Hello, starting to I'm hosting the Kool Kapitalist stream this time, and we're gonna go right into it.
Hey everybody, what's going on? So what's our first story, Hoploo?
Our first story is our introductions. Don't you remember? That's what we do.
I don't
We
remember,
introduce
actually.
ourselves.
Alright, so, hello, I'm the heretic.
I'm Asian.
This is Hoploo.
We're supposed to do
shut
my
the fuck
intro.
Oh, hi. This is the Hoploo.
Okay, let me try.
That was weak, and you should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Heretic, yours was even weaker.
Well, I wasn't trying to be mighty, I was just trying to make a
Oh, yeah.
value.
Aggro, you haven't done your intro yet.
Oh yes. Greetings, boys, girls, and those who sexually identify as the Zimbabwean.
All right, that's enough intro from you. Shut up.
No copying Dapperton, I guess.
Back into the hole where you came from.
All right.
And I'm Marianne Ancapikitty.
Hey. All right. So our topics today are shit. Yes. Our topics today is we're gonna start with a Los Angeles. Oh crap, Kitty, are you able to show the articles on your screen?
Improvising.
Is it this week or was it last week with the politician threatening to nuke people?
I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Okay, never mind.
But anyways, Los Angeles sex crimes. A deputy held on suspicion of rape of teenage girl. Yeah, this person can't type a fucking title for their life.
Hey everyone.
Oh, hi.
There you are.
Welcome back, Esoteric.
Hey. Yeah, I was just finishing up editing a portion of my upcoming video.
Excellent.
Yeah. Don't worry, we actually have topics this week.
All right. Did you guys mention that tweet that I linked in the Kool Kapitalist Kids chat?
Oh shit!
Oh
What's
yeah,
this?
there was a tweet of the highest of calibers.
Oh,
where
yeah.
is
So,
it?
well, we haven't mentioned it, at least not in the stream yet, but we can talk about it later.
Okay,
Shit,
I want
where
to
is
put
it?
you all on a cross like GUs for not mentioning it.
Ah,
I should say it's very revelatory.
I don't see it. Damn it.
Tweet like, oh my goodness, like I've never seen.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone showed it in my Discord, and very interesting.
Someone
Yeah.
put it in mine. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. Anyways, our top story is that this shitty title basically says that apparently a Los Angeles sex crime. Fuck. Apparently, all right. Let me read this title again. Los Angeles sex crimes deputy held on suspicion of rape of teenage girl. Yes, this person can't fucking make a title.
No, it's a needlessly like wordy title.
Revan, you're echoing. Please stop that.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I didn't know. Fine, here. I'll just mute my mic. Hold on a second.
But anyways, reading the article, a man entrusted with helping the victims of sex crimes get justice has been arrested for the suspicion of rape of a teenage girl while he was on duty. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department said on Tuesday.
Well, I mean, since the government is sort of infamous for every single one of its services doing the exact opposite of what they advertise that it does, this should surprise no one.
That is true.
Yeah, detectives trying to fight sex trafficking turning out themselves to be child rapists. Healthcare kills people. The justice
Vampires.
system, there is no legal precedent in the justice system. Police just beat the shit out of people indiscriminately.
Declares war on poverty, there's more poverty.
Pretty much.
The U.S. Postal Service.
War on drugs, more drugs. War on terror, more terror. Although that's intense.
Their incompetence, at some point, it's the line between incompetence and malevolence is becoming blurrier and blurrier.
Yep.
I mean, how often do you need to fail so spectacularly that you achieve the exact opposite of your goals before you realize, hey, I'm achieving the exact opposite of my goals?
Or at the very least, ask why that always is. Well, I'm sure they know why, but they don't want to admit it because the reason why is not something that they could even advertise as being fixable by the state because it's an inherent problem that exists within how the state functions, which is that they don't have any competition.
Yep.
Their competition is literally illegal. Yay!
Plus, the economic calculation problem is even worse with this.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
Good.
I mean, like,
Dead air.
I got to wonder, like, what sort of there's got to be at least enough people who go into police, firefighting, or any government service who are brainwashed into the state and earnestly believe that they're doing the right thing. Now, I know this is the case with teachers, where you have people specifically going in because they want to teach kids. They have nothing but great intentions, and then they get out of it before even their first year is done because it's just so bureaucratic. It's so soul crushing. It's so you're not allowed to do anything you want. You just have to teach the
status quo.
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to field work next semester. So, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Yeah. Good luck with
what
that.
happens when your education system is over 100 years old. Model, I mean.
Model. Well, I mean, the age is not really important. The important part is that it was designed with the express purpose of creating brainwashed slaves, loyal or unquestioningly loyal to the state.
Yep, for dead soldiers and cax cattle.
Of course, it only makes sense because, well, that's what they wanted. And as a result, well, that's what they get. You have a whole bunch of people who decided that the rules were more important than morality, or at the very least use the rules as a cover for their immorality. How often do we see stories like this of people who have these these positions of power and privilege, and they just completely ignore it?
Yeah, that's also a self-contradicting line of reasoning. Morality is arbitrary. Also, anything that the government says is morality. Well, it's not technically arbitrary because, what the government says is arbitrary. But if they're basing their standards of morality off of objectively something that one institution says, then they believe in an objective morality. They believe objectively that morality comes from one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a
Positivism. Positivism is a plague.
Yeah, that should be an upcoming video of yours.
Yeah. Oh, you better fucking.
I mean,
you
don't have to think about it for more than 5 minutes to start finding some very glaring flaws with that idea, like the one that I just presented.
Can you define positivism for me? Because I remember the word, I just can't think of it at the moment.
It basically means that crap.
Right? Sorry. Rights
Yeah,
are
positive.
given to you by somebody else.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
For
Yeah.
some reason, I was thinking of a different definition, but yeah.
Well, I
Never mind.
mean, what's interesting, I think we need to come up with a different word for it because positivism has a very nice, it's very nice sounding, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, positivity. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what would be a better word?
Statism.
Give me a little bit.
All right. Well, we'll work on that. If anyone in the chat has any ideas, by all means, let us know below.
Anyways, that's about enough. There's not much left to say on this topic.
Well,
We
actually,
haven't already said.
there is. And it's something I
really?
think we should have said from the very beginning. This guy is an absolute freaking scumbag and deserves to freaking rot. What the hell? What bureaucrat? What absolute scum of the earth missed this about this guy? This has got to be the first thing, the #1 job criteria before you even look at the university on a resume. Is this person a freaking monster? If yes, you throw him the hell away and you make sure there is at least 2 miles of concrete between you and him.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly the reason why this keeps happening and will always keep happening. The reason that private industry, for example, is so strict about the people that they hire, well, not necessarily strict, but they look for specific things and they actually, care about who they employ, is because if that person were to actually do something,
they'd be liable.
That would go against their brand or like what the image they're trying to present, or would make them look bad on the market. Yeah, they would be liable for it. The government does not have that. So they just by necessity are not going to care about the people who they employ. I mean, you could
The government's still going to be the government.
Yep, and they're guaranteed money anyway.
Yeah.
I love that aspect about the government. They just get money no matter how incompetent they are. Hell, it's actually even worse. I mean, in my latest video, I linked to a story on Zero Hedge, which links to a story from the Ron Paul Institute, I believe it's called, where you have the Pentagon failing their first ever audit, and this means that neocons have been saying, like, hey, let's give them more money. I mean, if you're incompetent at your job in any place of business, you're fired. It means they aren't giving you money anymore. Whereas if you're effectively fired, or at the very least should be fired in a government, you basically get a raise.
Neocons are leftists.
Well, their ideology is derived from, what's it called?
Trotskyism.
From Trotskyism, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to literally anyone with an IQ above room temperature.
Anyways, on more police bullshit, billionaire uses $25 million yacht to bring supplies to fire victims, but police don't let him come ashore.
Oh yeah, without government, who would help these poor people that are affected by natural disasters?
Yeah. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, so I happened to look over this story, and it's even more infuriating the more you go into it. You see, this person actually is a California resident, or more specifically, he's like a tech billionaire who made his fortune producing hearing aids. So, he made money actually helping people who might be elderly, like seniors who are hard of hearing. They want to be able to hear their granddaughter's laughter. So you have someone who genuinely helped people. But then, he says he retired, but he kind of went into a semi-retirement and started up a vineyard with some of his friends. And this vineyard's in California. Now
we saw this back in 2017 too, during Hurricane Harvey.
Oh God.
Yeah, FEMA kicked out the Cajun Navy when the Cajun Navy was just trying to rescue people and bring supplies to the people who couldn't get out.
Well,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do that. Don't you know you need the government's approval first?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what infuriates me is that, like, this guy, he has his passion project, the freaking vineyard, just burned to the ground almost completely. And so what he does after that is he's like, you know what? I still have a crap ton of money. I have this gorgeous yacht. Let's get a bunch of my friends together and we'll go bring like hundreds of tons of supplies, food, water, beer, and help these people out. Nope. Sorry, you're not allowed.
This has happened forever with governments. Like, during this time, the Soviet Union with Chernobyl or whatever and all that, and
God.
people wanted to help out with that or whatever, and the Soviet Union said, "No, you capitalist pigs, get out," or whatever. Just
They're like, no, you get starving.
It's definitely a repeated pattern of behavior that the government would rather people starve and die.
Then for it to have competition.
Well, yeah, because the government's not there for you; it's there for its own interests. And if you challenge those interests, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do.
Yeah, like, you remember fucking what's her name from a few months ago, Noble something or something Noble, that pregnant woman who used a gun to defend herself and got a 20-year one sentence because of a weed bust years ago.
Yeah,
yes, I remember that. I don't remember what her name was, and it's not really important. But yeah, they're just gonna.
Yeah, and
I think I might just do drugs just to piss off the government.
Yeah, and it's looking like they're actually going to start passing these red flag laws nationwide. Like, there's a bill proposed. So I mean, it's unfortunately going to get to the point where you are going to have to, take up arms in order to defend your right.
Yep.
Nobody wants to do that. That's the thing.
Yeah. But watch the people on Fox News struggle with this contradiction. If that law actually does become a thing and police start confiscating people's guns nationwide.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just imagine it.
I'm trying to imagine right now, and I have the biggest smile on my face. They're going to do whatever it takes to maintain their cult of the policeman.
What they're gonna do is pretend that it's not happening.
Yeah, well, that's probably more than likely what it's going to be. They're just going to talk about Trump exclusively, and they're going to ignore all those cases. Or if they ever do mention one, they're going to be like, "Oh, well, he was resisting arrest."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. That's what they're going to do. They're going to basically try and blame the victim in that situation.
Yeah, you guys should have voted better. That's what you should have done. Now, don't resist the police. They're your friends.
I remember the argument from conservatives when I was listening to conservative talk radio that the police would never enforce a gun confiscation law.
Sure, they fucking would.
Well, they're doing it.
Yeah, it's not even a federal law yet, and it's in like 5 states now, and they're doing it plenty. In fact, we just covered a story, I think it was last week, where he tried to resist arrest on one of these, and he was killed by the police. Yeah.
Yeah, we mentioned that on stream, and I've used it in my latest video.
Not to mention, Nazi Germany was a thing. We all know what happened with the guns from the Jews.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see a whole lot of stuff going down with the police, and it's going to be absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be terrifying, but I think that coupled with the economic collapse, I think that there is about to be a stable crypto market, and once there is, we're going to start seeing private security firms taking the place of police, because police are just getting more and more ridiculous right now.
Like, here's the thing that people don't understand. The more people use crypto, the more stable the price is going to get.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The price is actually relatively stable, you know, aside from the BCH fork, which is split the BCH blockchain into two at this point. So, but if you actually look at the prices, they are, at least for Bitcoin, it's relatively stable.
Yeah.
So I think that a Bitcoin, if it's not already at that point where the demand is high enough for there to be an active market, it'll get there pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It'll be like not even a year.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of Bitcoin, you linked into this CNBC article called "As Bitcoin Nosedives, Regulators said to be investigating whether it was propped up illegally."
Yeah, I was sending a couple stories, but I sent that out because I mean I don't know what the fuck they're doing at this point. The boomers in the state, the boomers and the
baby fucking boomers.
Yeah, I can't believe their tax cattle is dying out. Fuck.
But I think our children will be the first ones to never know what it's like to live under a state, and that makes me so happy.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty great. Not even gonna lie, but yeah, more or less what I'm focusing on in crypto news is: did you see that video put out by Computing Forever?
No.
Yeah.
But I
was sort of questioning whether or not he was controlled opposition, but after that, I'm 100% convinced that Dave Cullen is controlled opposition. 100%.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, the video he put out on cryptocurrency, like he's not like, oh, we need to ban cryptocurrency. He actually is like pretty close to our position. He's just scaremongering, like claiming that the government
The challenges facing cryptocurrencies.
I mean, he even points out in the fucking video that, like, the best example he has is, oh, the IRS is planning on putting out agents to, like, I forget the term that they use, but essentially, yeah, I've seen that story, and essentially what they're describing is they're going to put out, like, a few dozen field agents to start trading so that they could, start monitoring specific transactions. And that's the best that the state's going to be able to do. But the problem with that is, for one thing, all they're going to be able to do is prove that they traded with a specific person. And even then, that doesn't prove anything. All that proves is that the person had Bitcoin. That doesn't prove that they're a tax evader. That doesn't prove that they were going to buy anything illegal or that they did trade anything illegal. It's fucking stupid. And so to try and that's basically the best these propagandists have, and to push this around as if that's actually, the gotcha. Oh, they gotcha. Especially from someone like Dave, who claims to know so much about cryptocurrency. He even says in the fucking video that it's not possible to regulate it, so what the hell is he doing?
I'm reading these fucking comments. They are giving me cancer.
At this point,
hold on. Let me read this one. Seth Apex, you know him. He's the guy with the Predator icon. He says, there are entire towns in Russia that trade entirely in crypto. And this guy with a Link avatar says, they are retarded. It's no better than fiat currency.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Sir, are you retarded? Are you retarded?
That's not fucking. I mean, that's an insult to retarded people. I mean, I think a retarded person would be like, hey, well, there's clearly a difference here.
Yeah, tell that to Venezuela and Zimbabwe.
I mean, even if you don't know what crypto is, the fact that the state is so fucking terrified of it would tell, I think, even the most uneducated of no-coiners that, hey, something's going on here.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, what's this? This is interesting. The politicians on all sides seem to be unbelievably scared of this thing.
Yeah.
Because they all
Unbelievably scared of.
fucking know it's just basically a countdown to their death.
Yeah.
Well, to the death of their power, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and it's depending on what they've done, death to them too. Fuck.
Tell you what, them fucking Federal Reserve guys, they ain't gonna have a fucking happy ending.
Yep. Serves them right for causing the greatest scam on earth.
Pretty much.
I want to check something real quick while we're
Not just a fucking scam, but fucking gateway to the most evil things that have happened in the 20th and 21st centuries, and even before in Europe.
It's kind of interesting. Like, has there actually been a time in history like this?
No.
Not that I
There
can recall.
have been times where the state is about to collapse because, of course, every state, most of them, like 99% of them that have existed in history have collapsed. There have been plenty of times like that, but there's never been a time where the state's about to collapse and just a little under a decade prior, someone came along and created this new innovation into existence, which makes it so a state's not going to be able to form again after it collapses. I mean, essentially, if I were just, I think if you're an educated person right now, not necessarily educated, I mean, I'm sort of, I'm trying to find a better word, but yeah, if you're watching what's going on right now, it looks really doom and gloom in the mainstream, like nothing's ever going to change. But really, I think that you should just be waiting with anticipation because I think this next decade is going to be one of the most revolutionary times in the last, at least the last 100 years.
Yeah,
Probably-
shit's about to go
probably
down.
Longer, yeah. A lot of stuff is about to change. We're about to see a boom like never before.
Like, here's the fucking thing. Mainstream politics are a plague, and what's ultimately going to win out in the end are meme ideologies.
Yeah,
Neoconservatism and neoliberalism are basically drawing their dying gasps.
well, that's a consequence of people becoming disenfranchised with the political system. I mean, not all of them are becoming anarchists. You're getting some people who are just essentially nihilists, and then they identify with something like Nazbol.
Ugh.
Nazbol gang.
Like, there's no future outside of meme politics. That's for sure.
And if you look, but yeah, if you look at the midterm election, for the first day or so, the media outlets were like, "Oh yeah, look at all this turnout," but then immediately after, they're saying, "Oh my God, look at this turnout. We need more turnout in 2020." That's because you know, as the figures came in, voter turnout here was even lower than previous midterms. In fact, the only demographic that turnout increased in were millennials, and that was only by like 3%. I mean,
Yeah.
That just means that we got some new millennials that are coming of age.
yeah,
I tell you what, though, boys, enjoy 2019 while you can, because 2020 is going to be the end of the internet.
Oh, if you thought that, if you thought 2018, the cycle leading up to the 2018 midterms was nuts. Oh, after turnout went down, just oh my God, I don't even know what's going to happen leading up to 2020. Like I have made quite a few, like I'm able to see through the state shit pretty clearly, like because I understand how they work. But I think that what we're about to witness is propaganda on par with that of the Soviet Union as it was about to collapse, which for those of you who aren't aware, yeah, if you look at political propaganda from the Soviet Union at the time, and if you actually like talk to former Soviet citizens or listen to how they described the last decade or so, it's essentially like people who exist within the mainstream of political debate. It's going to be like realities breaking down. Like people are going to actually start getting hysterical over this, and the narratives are going to start getting even more ridiculous than they already are, and even more self-evidently nonsensical. I mean, I think that that's the biggest challenge here is my lack of imagination, because if you saw what happened in the year and a half leading up to the 2018 midterms, it was like you saw stuff coming out like milk is a symbol of white supremacy. It's okay to be white is racist.
And let's not forget all the fucking censorship.
Yeah, so someone like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez comes along, which basically is just a propaganda instrument to try and scare people back into the political system.
Yeah, she's gotta be like someone who's fucking controlled by a more Republican Party to basically just scare voters into voting red.
I don't know if she is. I don't know if she's controlled necessarily by the Republican Party, but that's the only benefit of Democrats standing behind her is they know that she's not going to do anything for them, but since the Democrat Party and the Republican Party have the same interests, she's going to scare a lot of people back into the system because of just how maniacal she is. She'll scare a lot of people to the GOP just because they feel like that's the only way that they can stop her. At least that's how the statists see it.
Exactly. So, like every single fucking election, it's the same damn thing. We need to vote red because if we don't, then the fucking blue guys will take over. The same damn thing every single fucking time.
I mean, they're not necessarily wrong, but the point is that, I mean, if you actually look at some of the stuff Cortez is saying, that's one thing that I really love about Cortez is that she doesn't seem to have a filter. I mean, she'll just sort of straight up, she'll unintentionally say some of the things that, that I'm talking about, like what I just explained. But
the three branches of government are President, House,
she'll
and
talk
Congress.
about it as if it's a selling point for her. Like, remember what I was telling you? Not what I was telling you, but remember that video I made a while back where she was talking about expanding the electorate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I'm talking about. But somebody linked this article in my Discord where essentially she is saying she's advertising that she wants to rip the Democratic Party apart, where she's saying she's acknowledging that publicly.
Oh God.
So yeah,
expect less scoffs from BuzzFeed.
Yeah, I'm convinced that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, as funny as she is, and yeah, as eager as I am to actually like see some of the hot takes she drops, she's controlled opposition and she's a chaos agent designed to try and scare people to go to the GOP.
Well, actually, wait. Maybe she's not specifically a controlled opposition herself, but her stupidity is being used by someone for the purpose of controlled opposition.
Well,
that makes her controlled opposition, doesn't it?
Yeah, but not directly.
Yeah, okay. I can get along. I can get on with that.
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
I've never met anyone more stupid than her, honestly. Fuck.
And I'd say that
You're yourself lucky then.
Employment is just going up because everybody's getting 2 jobs.
The three branches of government are the president, the House, and the Senate.
Under capitalism, man exploits man. Under socialism, it's the other way around.
Man still exploits
Mike,
man.
would you like to tell me that my healthcare system's going to cost $3 trillion a year? Was it really as expensive as the Republican tax cut?
She is a legend. Don't let anyone tell you. Don't let anyone tell
keeps
you
on
otherwise.
giving.
Still waiting for her to magically pull $40.1 trillion out of thin air.
If anyone would find a way, it's her.
She might be that retarded, actually.
Oh,
I found 3.7 trillion more dollars. We're just gonna print it. We're just gonna print it.
I can't figure out how to get a $500,000 or $50,000 apartment when I'm gonna get a job that pays me $400,000.
And as people have pointed out, some of the outfits that she wears are pretty fucking expensive. Like, somebody posted this, like in my Discord server. Somebody posted a price comparison for just like the coat, the dress skirt, and the shoes that she's wearing, and in total, they cost $3,700.
Wow.
And didn't you say that she can't afford an apartment in Washington, D.C.?
Well, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's that retarded. She doesn't understand how to spend her money wisely.
Well, another thing that exposes is that this rags to success story that she's painting of herself is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking bullshit. Anybody who can afford a $3,700 outfit, it does not have a rags to riches success story.
No.
With a freaking pearl necklace, no less.
Anyways, there's not much left to be said on that. We need to move on
How about
to
we
something
finally
that's.
get that gun grabber quote?
Oh,
yes.
let's do that last. We have like 2 more stories to do. The one about Democratic 2020 candidate wants a government-sponsored social credit system comparable to China's.
He literally compares it to China's. That's how he advertises it.
Andrew Yang. Wangadang Yang.
That sounds like a fine, trustworthy gentleman.
I don't know if it's going to be like a popular opinion that the state develops, but I could, if this does start to get popular, I will actually consider this them attempting to fight back against counter economics.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only. I mean, it's strange how this has sort of been floating around in other countries for a while. China's had it since like 2015, 2016. Now all of a sudden,
Venezuela gets it.
Yeah, now all of a sudden it's being proposed here. I mean, it doesn't really matter because even if we do have it, like if you look at China, I think China is just sort of the biggest thorn in the side for them because, you know, China's tried to ban cryptocurrency. They have the most active crypto market in the world. They have that social credit system, and despite that, people still trade in the counter economy to undermine the state. It doesn't really seem to, you know, they find ways around it. I mean, the fact of the matter is that if there's demand, then trade will always exist, and people will always find ways around state restrictions on trade. Evidence of this is prison. Have you seen, like, yeah, there are pretty active markets in prison, despite the fact that just owning anything is just out of the question.
Yep.
There's a will, there's a way. That's how it goes.
Not even Chairman Mao could suppress the black markets. What means this Yang guy think he can?
Even worse than that, it's like the drug markets and prisons are like There's more drugs in prison, which is like the most controlled environment.
Hold
And
on,
there
I'm gonna be right back. I don't know when, but I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, and there were like people that yeah, my brother told me that he's like known some dudes that could like actually create alcohol like in a prison.
Yep.
Like those people can be pretty crafty.
Well, is there anything left to say on this social credit system?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I sort of talked about this kind of idea before.
Yeah, it's tyrannical. That's all there is to say about it.
But it's hilarious how it's still gonna fucking fail.
Yeah.
Especially with how much free money, like $1,200 a month, he wants to give 18 to 64-year-olds just for existing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
60
I guess we'll
million
just.
shekels. I'll give you so many shekels if you please abide by my rules.
I don't like your shekels. They smell like shit.
Well, so far they
Or
haven't
they
given
can
me any
literally be my friggin' tissue paper. Fuck you.
Ah.
You can wipe my ass with it. That's what I'll be doing one day. I'll keep like literal dollar bills from the state, and I'll literally wipe my ass with it. And since it's waterproof, I can probably. Since it's waterproof, I can probably reuse it. Actually, fuck yeah.
Get a whole roll of
Anyways,
currency.
We're gonna talk about that tweet now.
No, we're going to talk about it after this. We're going to talk about it last.
We're talking about Florida Man now.
What?
We're talking about Florida Man now.
No. Right now we're talking about Tumblr was removed from the App Store after it was found to be serving child pornography.
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Hard to feel bad for them, though.
Oh, yeah. They are fucking killing themselves even further now. Like, holy shit. They went on a fucking not safe for work purge, and they ended up purging a lot of people who, number one, were innocent, and number two, maybe a lot of them weren't even not safe for work. A lot of them were actually safe for work.
Oh man.
I mean,
Like,
who
holy
cares?
shit. Yeah.
And that myself.
Anyway, what I see happening though is that the fleeing users, what users it will have though, are gonna flee to everywhere else.
No, I don't want them anywhere else. Stay there. Fuck you.
Yeah. Because they're fucking dead.
Except they won't have a platform anymore.
Can they just kill themselves then? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Can you do the way? Okay, here. Do the world a favor. Either go to the hospital or kill yourself. Choose. Fuck.
Why not both?
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I know that Tumblr hosted a bunch of terrible shit, but fucking child porn? Not just lolly porn. I mean fucking legit children.
Well, it is a regressive left playground on the internet, after all.
Yeah.
I just like hear that. Like,
yeah.
Do you guys hear that? It's Jim Jesus screaming, "Esso has a Tumblr account on there."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God, I can. Oh, whatever. Oh, fuck, or Right Wing Watch or something like that. I think someone like Right Wing Watch would do that first, but yeah, Jimmy would do that definitely too.
It turns out it turns out the person dealing that was actually a Florida man.
Oh,
Florida man, Florida man, Florida man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
That's a really good voice.
He came from the Bermuda Triangle.
He came from the Bermuda nigger. What are you talking about?
Oh, that too.
rip monetization.
Trying to get monetized on a YouTube stream, that's a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck, man? But yeah. Fuck Tumblr. Tumblr is a plague. There's really not much more to say about that, just that it happened.
And again, it's
Alright, let's get to the good stuff.
Yay, the actual good content. The thing that the people
Yeah.
actually came for.
You've been waiting, all 10 of you watching, including me, because I'm looking at the chat. You've been waiting for this, and we will now deliver after this short break.
Okay.
No.
Like it actually cuts to like an ad or like something like a
This
Twitch
live stream is sponsored by Audible Share, where you can share your skills in Audible format.
Yeah, advertisers for this stream. That's a good joke. Literally calling the Kool Kapitalist kids KKK. Nah, I mean, I knew from the beginning we were never going to get monetized, so I just figured, why the fuck not? Why stop at just edgy content? Might as well make it an edgy name, too.
Yep.
This stream is brought to you by Course.
Nigger.
Pretty much.
You know, can you shut the fuck up?
Basketball Americans!
I was going to say that this stream is brought... okay then.
Stream is sponsored by your mother.
This stream is sponsored by Audible, which is sponsored by Skillshare, which is sponsored by Amino, which is sponsored by the mobile market.
It's sponsored by Squarespace.
This stream is sponsored by Corsair. That brings you the fuck. Okay, I forgot what the keyboard was called. Never mind. The K70.
Remember that one?
With 16.8 million RGB lights.
Also, have you noticed how many Facebook commercials there have been recently? Like, I swear that's Facebook getting desperate or something like that. They have a fuck ton of ads or whatever.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those lately, and I don't know why.
Good thing I use ad block.
Remember when MySpace tried to revive itself?
Yeah, that didn't really work out.
Why the fuck would I want to do that?
Because of the internet money.
Like, honestly, I'd say if fucking MySpace wanted to revive itself, it would need to basically rebrand. Like, what the hell?
Just don't.
Exactly.
Like, no, you need to
Facebook
stay in the grave.
You and your Zuckerberg have already poisoned this world, and
I still don't understand the Zuckerberg robot meme. Like, how the hell why do they call him a robot? Like,
because he's a lizard.
He's a fucking.
He doesn't act like a person.
No.
Everything he says and everything he does is just so fucking. It's as if it's either designed to increase, activity on Facebook, or it's designed to get him and his shareholders out of trouble.
Zuckerberg is a boss NPC.
I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg is what is it called? I'm pretty sure he's a mole man.
There's just like a...
Maybe I'm an NPC, baby!
If there's a documentary about his robot life, I hope it's called The Zuck. That's it, just The Zuck.
Every night, when he leaves the office, he doesn't actually, go to a house. His house, well, he does. He has a house, but you'd expect him to have like a mansion or even a house. No, he has like a Borg cube. That's his house.
Now really made me jealous of him. I want a Borg cube.
He just sits in front of his computer and he gets like teleported in Tron style.
Yeah.
A Borg cube filled with NPCs.
And his home is actually inside of Sims 3.
Ah, crap!
The furs have broken in.
You wanted more than just a Borg drone. You wanted a Borg drone that could think for itself. Oh my god. Imagine how stupid that must be.
I want a pet burb.
Atomic just said in my Discord, from this point forward, I dare the Free Fox of USSA to announce himself as the Snow Fox Nigger for his next video, for which I will make a full-blown philosophical video on furries, assuming he does it.
Fucking dogs!
Okay, well, I've already started production on my next video, but the one after that, challenge accepted.
Ooh.
Ooh, woo.
Anyways, thank you all for enduring our short break. The tweet and mention is something that Filthy's gonna read.
This is the funniest fucking thing ever. Like, it's terrifying, but it's like I'll explain why I think it's funny after he's read it.
Yeah, let me post it for you, Filther.
All right.
In the Kool Kapitalist Kids chat.
Oh boy.
Da 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 da.
Yeah. Yo, who the fuck's going to read it?
Filthy.
Okay.
Read what now?
The tweet.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is actually terrible timing.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh my god, I have sunk under the ground, guys, in Battlefield 1.
Okay, you know, I'm going to actually read it. I can
Please
All right,
read it. I
no,
can't right now.
I'll-
I'm sorry.
I'll read it. This
I got
guy with a fucking soy boy icon named Vote November 6. Oh no, it's no, it's not. It's Daniel Bohr. Anyways, if guns made us safer, you would think a country with more guns than people would have no gun violence. So
Which
that's Daniel's
virtually
Bohr's
doesn't.
takes. But anyways, it gets better. Jacob Brown replies, "Good guys don't turn their gun. No, good guys turn their guns in. The bad guys don't. The bad guys win every time." And then here's another Vote Blue November 6th guy.
This is
Yeah.
the one.
Let me read this out word by word for you. That's why we need to ban civilian firearms and make it illegal possession, and make illegal possession a capital crime. Publicly execute a few hundred thousand illegal gun owners, and the rest will get the message.
Wait
Holy
a minute.
shit.
That's Daniel Bohr saying that?
No, it's
No.
someone else.
I fucking
No.
wish.
I wish it was.
Daniel Bohr.
Yeah, I wish it was too.
If Daniel Bohr said that, oh my god. But
He just
no.
equals-
Holy shit.
What I love about this is I'm pretty sure this is just what gun control advocates, they believe deep down. They've honestly believed all
You
along.
fucking know it
But-
is.
What I love about the March for Our Lives thing and how the media is covering that is that they try and create this spin like they're in the majority. That's how they do it with everything.
Yeah.
And they outright fabricate statistics to try and prove this as well. So that's the message they're trying to push. Well, what I love about that is that's a side effect of gun control advocates feeling like they're in the majority. Is they don't feel because they're bootlicking statists, they feel like, oh, we're in the majority, so the state's going to do what we want, obviously. So and I mean, they're not wrong about the state wanting to take your guns away. It's just that them being in the majority is not the reason why they wanted to do that.
Yep.
But no.
Like, let me reread this for you. Publicly execute a few 100,000 illegal gun owners, and the rest will get the message.
Because they feel like they're in the majority, they're going to start being more open and honest about what they believe because they feel like that they don't have as much opposition.
Exactly.
So because of that, you're going to get things like, you give us an inch, we're going to take a mile, and let's execute everybody who illegally holds guns.
Oh, and let's not forget the best take. We have nukes.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like,
that made my fucking day.
What are they going to do? Publicly execute them with the nukes?
Yes. Well, they're gonna do something.
This guy's fucking stupid too. Like, oh, we're gonna publicly execute people who have guns illegally. Well, I mean, if you're trying to confiscate their guns and they have their guns, obviously they're going to resist you. What do you think you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's pretty stupid. Like I don't have any words for that. It's just stupid. Like, geez, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm genuinely just like dumbfounded. I don't know the proper term.
There is no proper term. It's just plain dumb stupidity.
It sounds like something Chairman Mao would say.
It
Well,
is.
I think that this is actually a very revelatory statement for the simple fact that it shows that they hate you. These people, these progressives, these gun control nuts, they despise you, and they want you, and they'd rather you die rather than you owning a gun. They'd rather you.
Yeah, not only would they rather you die than own a gun, but they are giddy at the idea of you dying because you own a gun, of you being murdered by the state.
Yep.
That happens a lot to a lot of innocent people with whatever.
It would be funny if, like you said, publicly execute through a firing squad. Oh, that would be. That would just turn it into just like it would go from like gold to just platinum. Like,
Yeah.
it would be.
It's already platinum. I don't know what level it could go to.
Yeah,
Unobtainium.
talking about public execution of people who disagree with them. I don't know. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we're in for in the 2020 election cycle.
Yeah. So enjoy fucking 2019 because the internet will not exist in 2020.
Well, fuck it. If they're gonna put me to death if I just own a gun, then you know what? I'm just gonna go out and friggin' just shoot as many police officers as I can. There you go.
Oh boy, you said it.
No, don't say that. Okay.
You said it.
Yeah, this is why we can't have too many autists on this stream. You're gonna get the stream fucking taken down.
Fortunately, it's only Marianne that's gonna get taken down.
I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to take this out on Marianne, though.
I know.
Sorry.
Should we give him a? Should we give him the boot?
No, we're pretty much done. We just gotta do our outros and closing statements.
We got our Florida man story though.
Oh really?
Yeah, we need to do one.
Yeah, I forgot. Fuck, sorry. I know the statists are fucking insane. Sorry about that.
Which, by the way, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
I just did the equivalent of threatening a terrorist. Fuck.
All right. What's our Florida man story?
Do we not have one?
Florida man admits having sex with horse.
Well, better than a fucking alligator.
Yeah, he says he had sex with his horse multiple times, but
oh my God.
The cops say that he, quote, played it safe.
I'm sorry, how do you... That's impressive.
How do you play it safe? What the fuck with that?
This guy must take his fucking clop fetish too far.
I'll say.
Oh my God.
Florida man made highly volatile explosive that's popular with ISIS, police say.
Yeah, how do they know that?
Florida man turns himself into a human boat trailer hitch.
Oh God! What?
That one.
How?
He's like in the trunk of a car holding on to the boat.
Is this trans-objectism?
I believe the term is pornophilia.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Don't ask.
Oh, these people are weird. Oh.
Don't.
Man, if there's a woe, there really is a way. Oh my God.
Oh, say goodbye to monetization and whatever.
The stream was never monetized.
I'm joking. Fuck, I'm making it. Fuck's sakes, I was making a joke.
That's about
Are you trying to out autism me?
I've already
I will have you know that I am the king.
Hey, I've already out autismed you, Hoploo. I just threatened
Fine,
to.
I'm the emperor then.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm the emperor.
You just made me the god emperor.
Oh, too bad. I'm always higher than you.
Oh, really?
I threatened a terrorist. Yes. I threatened to fucking.
I am 5'11".
I was autistic and bold enough to fucking just freaking threaten, like basically what you would say the equivalent to the mafia. I fucking threatened the mafia.
Ugh. My goodness.
Yeah.
Dude,
Can I share my Florida story?
Oh
yeah, great. I'm gonna die now. Nice knowing you guys.
Well, anyways, to sum up the magical journey we had tonight, the state always does the opposite of what it says to do, as seen by this Los Angeles sex detective raping a teenager. The state doesn't like it when billionaires use their yachts to help people burning to death. Regulators always fear Bitcoin and will always fear Bitcoin. Democrats want, or Tango Yango wants to bring China's social credit system to America. Tumblr hosts child porn. Leftists want to publicly execute illegal gun owners. And as for our Florida man story, let it be known that if you ever have to fuck an animal, just do a horse.
In summary, the state hates you and wants you to suffer.
Yep. All right, do your outros. This was Hoploo.
No, they don't hate you. They just don't care for you. But
no, they hate
you.
That
is not an outro.
Yeah. This is the best outro ever. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Outro.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, Marianne. Oh man. Oh great! I wonder if the police are going to come over to my house. I'm going to be happy then.
All right, well, goodbye, everyone. I must leave.
Good night.
They just like bust down the door midstream.